Training day, 20 to 5, should be going on. What am I doing? I'm here, I'm telling you about the Cold War. Right, this is going to be a new thing which you're going to do when you come to my classroom, so get used to it. Make sure you always remember your headphones and your device. Scan the QR code, listen to me, go in the classroom, write down the title, answer the questions. Bang, we're in, we're learning straight away. This time it's the Cold War. What was the Cold War? Well, it was a conflict that most historians agree started in 1945, ended in 1989-90. It's a bit different to a normal war when it's quite clear when it started, because the war was usually declared and then it ended. In the Cold War it wasn't so similar, because nobody ever said, right, this war starts now. And the reason it's a Cold War is because it lacked the fighting between the two main, countries involved that other wars would. So a hot war or a conventional war would have lots of fighting and deaths. The Cold War did have some fighting, but it wasn't between the two main countries, the United States of America and the USSR, or the Soviet Union, a large part of which was the country of Russia. So you've got the Soviet Union and you've got the United States. Now, a war, the only thing about it's not like fighting is the only aspect of a war. There were lots of other features of wars, as there always have been, that don't include fighting. And the Cold War had a lot of them. Spying, huge amounts of spending on building up armies, propaganda, like posters and films and so on and so forth. Trying to get one over on your opposite side. Attacking your enemy's allies, that happened a little bit. It wasn't a Cold War, it wasn't a hot war or a conventional war. United States and the USSR could never actually come into conflict, because it could have meant the end of the world, because both sides had nuclear bombs. But sometimes America might attack a communist ally of the Soviet Union, like Vietnam, for example. Or Russia might do the same to America, which they would do later in the 80s when they invaded Afghanistan, which, yes, was an American ally at one point. So, yeah, that is why it's a Cold War. The main battlegrounds of the Cold War, the main places where the conflict happened, where arguments happened, because a lot of the Cold War was arguments, disputes, and fear and tension, because neither side knew whether the other side would drop a bomb. But the main area was Europe, where Churchill said, "An iron curtain has descended across Europe," or in a far better accent than that. We'll do more about that. So that's the Cold War. Make sure you answer those questions, write out the question, write your answer in your book.